and we're getting everything squared up. I never touch it. That's why I don't mess with that. With that being said, again, week number 6. Interesting week last week. I was on the IL or the IR.
IR, yeah.
You guys did a great job. Hayden did a great job filling in for me, and I appreciate that. And, of course, T-Fred back in action in general on the IR, at least till tomorrow night. But lots of action last week. But before we get started, you are listening and watching this show on Total Media Sports on YouTube, and it's Hank FM 100.9 FM. And we want to thank JL Mick and, of course, Valerie Ford, Brian, for letting us come down here and do this show. And it's been an interesting year. It's been a little different venue, but everything seems to be gearing up better and better each week. And this is a big week, Waverly with homecoming, Eastern with homecoming, and, of course, Piketon with a big game with the U.
Yes. Not looking forward to the game with you, Yoda, just between you and me. Excited for Eastern. I think Eastern's got a good chance to really go undefeated this year in the regular season, and Waverly's got homecoming up in a must-win situation for them for the rest of the season.
Yep, sure does. Sounds like a real plan, but, we'll go over some last week's scores in a second, but I'm going to get on Mike Davis a little bit since he did not draw for the gas gift card. We're going to do that right out of the gate, and I'll let you reach in there and grab one for the $50 gift card. Who you got?
Billy Irie, 245 Western Avenue, Chillicothe, I'm guessing.
Billy Irie, yeah, I believe that is how you say it. Billy Irie. Well, congratulations, Billy. And just stop down here at the station, Valerie Ford showroom, and pick up that $50 gift card. So that's one out of the way. The next item up is a free pizza if you answer this trivia question. I'm giving everything early tonight so that way I know we've got it in, okay? Trivia this week. The winningest football coach in Waverly Tiger history. Is it A, Chris Crabtree, B, C.D. Hawhey, or C, Ed Bolin? If you know the answer to that question, who has won the most football games as a head coach at Waverly High School, give me a call, 740-222-4744. Well, with that being said, let me run over some scores from last week. And Mike Davis, no YouTube tonight. Okay, I don't know. I'll check with Sean on that. Thanks for the heads up, Mike. Uniota 51, Huntington 14, Edina 40, Southeastern 16, Paint Valley 58, Westfall 28, Zane Trace 23, Piketon 20, Miami Trace 56, Western Brown 49, Williamsburg 40, McLean 7, Wilmington 38, Chillicothe 6, Hamilton Ross 28, Jackson 21, West 35, Waverly 28, Wheelersburg 42, Valley 7, Northwest 35, Menford 14, South Gallia 42, Oak Hill 14, Eastern 27, Southern 21, Eastern Megs 42, East Nothing, Wellston 38, Alexander 14, Athens 35, Benton County 7, Ironton 41, Bishop Hartley zip, Portsmouth 34, Coalgrove zip, Rock Hill 41, South Point 20, Grandview Heights 24, Chesapeake 6, Fairland 40, Gallipolis 7, Waterford 12, and Nelsonville, York 6. Interesting. Real quick, the Piketon game you guys did, tough loss for the Streaks, 23-20, had their chances, opportunity knocked, too many turnovers, and some drop passes.
Yeah, just some mental mistakes. We talked about that earlier. You just got guys dropping balls that are wide open. You got some penalties maybe that, if you keep your composure, you don't have. Turnovers hurt. But really, two evenly matched teams. Statistically, when we talked about it going into the game, we thought that Zane Trace and Piketon were going to be evenly matched, and I really think they were. Tough loss for the Red Streaks, but, Zane Trace came out with a 3-point victory.
Yeah, well, it is a tough loss, and of course we'll talk to Coach T later on in the show about that game. And of course Eastern with not a come from behind win, but a battle back and forth, 27-21, a big win for them. That game was like 50-49 last year.
Yeah. Yeah, and Eastern came out big in that game, with a big win and got the rest of their season. So Eastern, I think Eastern can win their league.
They had a fourth and inches when the game was tied. It was a back and forth battle too, and West stopped them, and then West got the score to go ahead, and Waverly had the last play and failed to convert on the halfback pass. And that's how that game ended. And we'll talk to Coach Crabtree here shortly about that. But, got to bounce back, live and learn. That's why you play the game and you practice. You can't live in the past, but you got to learn from the past. That's the way I look at
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, going forward now, every game matters, and not that the early games don't matter, but so now we're playing for playoff points.
Yep.
So from here on out, everybody kind of controls their own destiny for the most part. So you got to win out if you want to make the playoffs this year.
Yep. And I'm glad you said that, because let me flip my page here, because I got some. Looking at the computer rankings real quick, Waverly stands at number 7 in Division 4, Region 15. Piketon is number 15 in Division 5, Region 19, and Eastern is number 1 in Division 7, Region 27. So, top 16 go.
Yes.
But like you said, from here on out, it's playoff city.
Right, and especially when you're looking at D5 Region 19 that Piketon's in, you come in as a 15 and 16, and you're going to end up with Columbus Academy or Ironton, and that's going to be a tough game. So you want to come in as high as you can to get yourself in a better position, because that's you start getting into the top 4, 5, 6 teams in a region. You're dealing with some strong competition.
Well, that's a fact. That is a fact. Well, with that being said, Coach, we'll get Coach Chris Crabtree on here, and appreciate Coach coming down to visit with us and get his take on his action last Friday night. Get him set up here. Alrighty, big guy, how's it going?
Oh, pretty good. Not too bad.
Alrighty, sounds good. Get her fixed there. I know it's tough to do sometimes. Tough loss last week. You're on the road at West. They're always tough down there. But you guys played pretty decent. I didn't call the game, so I'm going by bits and pieces I've gotten from General and what I've read up on. So if you need to correct me, feel free. Just kind of tell us about that game and how it battled out.
Well, again, it's one of those things that we struggle to stop them. They struggle to stop us. They ran the football. We threw the football, and ultimately, us getting off the field a few more times defensively, and I think that game could have very easily went our way. And ultimately, even though we didn't get a stop for them, they went ahead and get the go-ahead score. We drove the ball with 30 seconds left, got down with 1 to 2 in the 1 to 2 yard line, and had an opportunity to win the game. So I mean, we talked about perspective today in our culture, Coach Sand, and obviously there's some things that we look at that you can look at that as it was a bad game for us and we didn't play very well or whatever. But also there's some things that we did really well.
Right.
Mason threw for almost 300 yards. Mason Pollard had over 170 yards receiving, 2 or 3 touchdowns, and we rushed the ball for over 100 yards, and we hadn't done anything, and so we didn't convert. We get that right there. We're up by 14. That changes the complexion of the game a little bit. Like you said earlier, you mentioned we missed the 4th down and short. So we definitely had some opportunities, left some things out on the field.
might as well get him up here and get this. Keep going with the interview. Just come around this way,
Wanna
guys.
stay?
It's okay. That's fine. Yeah, I
We'll do one at a time. Whatever works, boys. Yep. All righty, boss. Number one in New Jersey.
Yes, sir.
I know you, but I can't think of you. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Mason Pollard.
There you go. Mason Pollard. All right, wide receiver, right?
Yep.
All right, now you're coming off a loss. Nobody likes to lose, but you have to learn from it. You got to bounce back. How was practice this week?
We actually had a really good week of practice. We all stayed focused. Just had some, well, not had some distractions, but, with homecoming stuff,
Oh, yeah.
kind of that stuff going on. So I think we all did a really good job at staying focused, getting the job done in practice this week so we can go get paid tomorrow.
Well, that's a good thought. You have to, like we said, live and learn. Football is, in any sport, it's about being consistently at the level you want to be at. So what do you do as a receiver to get yourself to that level and stay there?
I think lately, me and some of the receivers have been going out before practice, catching on Jug's machine, something that we really haven't done. And it's been helping us stay focused also for practice to just, basically go out and make sure that we're doing our job, or we're, watching film together, or looking over the install and making sure we all know what's going on. So.
Now, I used to be an old receiver, and I never really said this, but this is kind of a dumb question. But you ever tell your quarterback buddies, "Hey, man, I can burn this guy. I'm open. Get it to me."
All the time. All the time. Half the time you don't. So.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, we'll get him on the line here in just a bit.
They did get you 3 touchdowns, right? Or 2 touchdowns, right?
4 total, but
Yeah.
throwing too. So.
Nothing wrong with that. Well, you got homecoming tomorrow night. Oak Hill coming to town. Your thoughts on that game?
Like I said, with it being homecoming, I just hope that we can all just stay focused and just that be our number one priority. Obviously the dance is Saturday, but Friday's first, so we got to
right.
get the game going first. So.
Take care of business. Anybody you want to shout out to in the radio land?
In Radio Land, I'll say Coach Knight. He does a really good job every single week at making sure we're staying focused.
All righty, Coach Knight. Well, kudos to Coach Knight. With that being said, let's get to Mr. Kelly up here. I appreciate you guys coming down. I know you're busy with football and everything. And you guys have a meal tonight, Krabby?
Yeah, actually, I would shout out to our parents organization. We had breakfast was our food tonight, so it was awesome. Had pancakes, sausage, and eggs. So it was a great feed for these guys. These guys are well taken care of.
Oh, nothing wrong with that. That's what makes football so fun. I mean, it's just like everything leads up to Friday night, and it's just great. Mason Kelly, how's it going, big guy?
Good.
How's the arm?
Feels great.
Feels great. Well, you're throwing it. I mean, you threw it all over the place last week, huh?
Yeah, that's the goal. I mean, do that every week and try to score as many points as we can.
That's exactly it. Well, it was a tough loss, but, practice went well. I know he was talking about you guys kind of hooking up before practice and throwing and catching and stuff. So what do you do to improve your game?
Every week, Saturday mornings we go and watch film, see what we need to improve on, see what we maybe didn't do as well as we wanted to. But a big focus for me this year has been my feet work and kind of making plays like outside of the pocket, because that's something I didn't do as much of last year.
Well, I've got to see you against the Uniota Shermans, and I would like to get to see you guys more. And hopefully, when the playoffs come, I'll get the chance to see you guys. But I think you've really, not that you were, and this sounds stupid too, but you weren't bad last year. But I think you've really stepped up your game this year.
Yeah, as a senior, I'm trying to step into that leadership role a little more, as a quarterback especially. But I'm trying to just improve on things I didn't last year with off-season work and all of that. So.
Well, you can tell the work has definitely helped you out. You're doing a great job, and Coach Krabby's always the whole coaching staff. I mean, Whately's got a good football program. I mean, they're well respected around the area, and we're just hope you guys get back on the winning track tomorrow night, and then take care of business along the way. like with Brian and everybody. So I don't know why that keeps going off. I never even touched it. But with that being said, guys, good luck tomorrow night. Coach, thanks for coming down and bringing your players, and go get them against the Oaks.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having us down.
All righty, we're going to take our first break. You're listening to Pike County and listening and watching the Pike County Coaches X and O's show here from the Valley Ford showroom on Hank FM 100.1, 100.9 FM. We'll be back in a few minutes. Thanks, guys.
At Valerie Ford of Waverly, it's a Labor Day buyback sales event going on all month long. If you thought about getting rid of your current vehicle, the time is now. We want to buy your vehicle today. Due to high demand, we desperately need your vehicle. We will pay over KBB values to get yours. Get your Valerie Ford no-hassle offer today at Valerie Ford Buying Center. And only during this Labor Day buyback sales event. It's going on all month long. All roads lead to Valerie Ford of Waverly or online at ValerieFord.com.
Clinkers Lumber and Builder Supplies in Waverly, Ohio, your go-to destination for all things building and beyond. With over 75 years of dedicated service to the community, Clinkers is an Ace Hardware dealer that offers more than just lumber. With a massive 10,000 square foot store packed with everything from paint to plumbing, electrical to lawn and garden, and a whole lot more. Open Monday through Saturday, Clinkers Lumber and Builder Supply is here to support your projects, big or small.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
We offer the latest in innovative technology, from state-of-the-art online and mobile banking technology to fast and easy online mortgage and loan application from the comfort of your home and with experienced local bankers to guide you along the way. We have the technology. We have the team. Call us today. We're an equal housing lender. Ohio Valley Bank. Community first. Member FDIC.
Give me a switch.
Alrighty, back here live from the Valerie Ford showroom. It is the Pike County X's and O's Coaches Show, week number 6, and we have Coach T, Scott Thomason, and big win, 27-21 over the Racine Southern Tornadoes. And you guys have had some interesting bouts last year. 50-49.
Yeah, I told you guys last week, you can throw the records out the window. It doesn't matter. We know each other really well. Me and that coach are really close. Yeah, so it's anytime we play them, it's usually down to the wire. I actually asked him after the games, "Do you want to just go back to doing jamboree games?"
Yeah, good
stuff.
stuff.
This stuff make me old quick.
Well, I got to listen to bits and pieces of it because I was home, recuperating. But seems to be going around right now. But hopefully everything will be good.
Yeah, I was just telling Brian, we've had all week. We've had at least 6. And it's not even the same 6, but we've had at least 6 kids out every day with either COVID, strep, whatever the heck's going around. Had our walkthrough today. On a roster of 30 kids, we had about 18 available. So I'm kind of a little stressed out about tomorrow night. See who's actually going to show up, or who else is going to go down ill tonight and not be at school tomorrow.
Well, let's talk about the game. We'll go playoff second. The game last week, I got a little bit of stuff from Mike. I guess your quarterback Eric Manley was on fire with the hookups with Tucker Leist, 4 TDs and lots of passing yardage. The run game was, not where you wanted it to be, but boy, the passing game was.
Yeah, well, I mean, it wasn't in the beginning. It was Eric being young again, and like I said, they had a really good game plan. He struggled throughout the first half. We had to get back to halftime. We were down 14-7 at the half, and we had to make some adjustments and get in his ear and come out and clean some stuff up in the second half. He was we had a tail. They found a tail on film, so they was doing a really good job of calling our pass and runs. Didn't find it out until actually after the game. Their coach was come up to me after the game. Like I said, that's a courtesy of being good friends and respectful to each other. Told me what our tail was. Told me what they had found on film.
Wow.
So that really helped keep them in the game. But again, we just didn't play well. We got off the bus flat. we overlooked them, and I was on the headsets with the coaches like, let's just get to halftime, down 7, regroup.
Yep.
And we did. Coaches went in, made their adjustments. We got up in them a little bit. Came out, and Eric played much better. He started climbing. He was being lazy in the pocket first half. He was just sitting back there on his back foot. He climbed the pocket a little bit and broke off some nice runs that were really big in that second half.
Yeah.
And that kind of opened things up for us. And Tucker, I mean, honestly, they had a good game plan. They were, the way they were playing our receivers, they were leaving our best option was Tucker in the slot to get it to him quick. So we started getting the ball to Tucker quick, and we found out he was the fastest kid on the field, so we just kept getting the ball.
Well, now, one thing Mike did say, he said defensively you guys were pretty solid the whole game.
Yes. Yeah, early, like I said, we threw a couple of picks early, put our defense in bad situations. And our coach, our DC, Coach Stewart, he doesn't like to use that as an excuse. He gets mad anyway, and he wants that stop. But we did. We put him in a couple bad spots, and Racine took advantage of that early and turned him into a couple of touchdowns. But no, they really did play lights out. Second half, Coach Stewart won that chess match with them, and we was able to pull it out.
Well, now, I've played and coached at different levels, not in junior high football, but is it easier in football? And you've coached other sports, but is it easier in football to get guys more up for the game and ready for the game than it is in other sports? Or you said it came out a little bit flat. I mean, what do you do to kind of keep those guys on an even keel?
To me, because you only play once a week, it's you would think you'd think it'd be the opposite. Like it's hard, but here's the problem: we've won 17 regular season games now.
Right.
Now, a lot of these kids wasn't a part of that. We got a lot of new starters and stuff this year, but getting them to believe that, like this week, that East can upset you and beat you. That's we told them the story about our program. 3 years ago we were 0-5. We 0-5. We rolled into a decent East team. We beat them 28-7. That was our first win that year to go 1-5, and then we ended up winning the league that year. We rolled off like we're telling East. East is coming in 1-4, but they could do the same thing. It's like all you need is a little momentum to start believing in yourselves. So it's been hard to be able to get them pumped up and fired up every week for every game. When they watch the film, they think they can beat. Oh, we should beat this team, and that's been the biggest thing. Is like explaining to these guys, like, hey, we're on a 17-game regular winning streak. You've got the bullseye on your back. Every team, every team wants to be able to brag that they were the first ones to knock you off for the last year and a half or so. Yeah. And just being able to get them up every week has been. You would think it wouldn't be tough, but it is. It's tough to get them up every week if it's not a big game on their schedule.
Yeah, there's probably a little bravado that comes with that many wins, and especially when you look at this year, I can see them. Hey, we're 5-0. Nobody's going to beat us. So how do you overcome that?
Well, and like I said, we're young. We got 4 seniors, and I try to lean on them. Like telling the captains like Brady Moore and Wyatt Richardson, who was there last year, and those guys like, hey, let's get these guys, get this locker room right, get these guys, because they've been through it all. They've been there for 4 years. They've seen it all. So I'm just trying to lean on them more, like in that locker room, out on that practice field, when the coach's eyes aren't on you. I need you guys to be captains. You need to be leaders that we picked you for. Let's keep them focused, keep things going the way they're supposed to be going. So,
well, now it is week 6, and like we've already mentioned, it's playoff city the rest of the way. You guys are sitting at number 1. In Region 27, right?
Yep.
And Division 7. And you guys were number 1 last year.
Yep.
So you already said you got the bullseye on your back. Well, you guys sit right there at number 1. It's going to be a bigger bullseye this year. So, how do you keep your guys, I know you want to be in the top 8, and number 1's nice, but to me, I think the goal is just get to the playoffs, and then we go from there.
Well, with us right now, we break it down to 3 seasons, and our first season's non-conference. We just went 5-0, so right. we didn't even talk conference play. We're not talking any of that stuff. Our first goal was to go 5-0 and win the first season. Our second season starts now, and everybody wants a 3-peat, and 3-peat T-shirts are pretty cool. So we're not thinking playoffs. I know people look at it and they say, oh, you're up there, but we don't care about that yet.
Right.
We want to go 5-0 in our second season, get our 3-peat, and then we'll worry about where we land in the playoffs. But I don't care about playoffs right now. I want that 3-peat. We want to take care of business in this league, one game at a time. We'll figure out playoffs when we get there.
Well, that's a good theme song. The old BTO, Backman, Turner, and Overdrive, taking care of business. Yep. And if you take care of business, it takes care of itself.
And it's no different than a baseball tournament on the weekend or this seeding stuff. It doesn't matter. It's like, last year we came out with and had to play a Shady side, and everything. Oh, they only had 2 or 3 wins. Well, you look at their schedule, and they were better than the 2 or 3 wins. So it doesn't matter to me.
Right.
I don't worry about jockeying or who's going to be where. There's 16 teams. Wherever they shake out, you got to beat them all if you want to move out of the region anyway.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah, you got it. Now you say you don't have any guests with you tonight?
No, we do not. No, we had a late practice and team dinner and stuff, and I don't think anybody's coming.
What'd you guys have to eat tonight, Krabby?
Let's just shout out to Cardo's Pizza of Waverly. We had
All
Cardo's
right.
Pizza of Waverly tonight. Had some Beast and Bottle last week.
Wow.
We're pretty spoiled. They're
Guys,
feeding us.
High on the hog, baby. That's
Yeah,
good stuff.
feeding
Making
us
me
well.
hungry. Well, Coach, East tomorrow night. Any thoughts about East?
Yeah, actually, I mean, like I said, we talked about being 1-4, but they played Eastern Megs last week. And if you don't look at the score and you turn the film on, very first drive of the game, 20 is on their 20-25. They went about 70 yards down the field on Eastern Megs, who's 5-0 D6, really good ball team. And they had a bunch of yardage. They went up and down the field, but they're a young team. They'll fumble. They'll get a holding call. They'll do something that'll put them behind the sticks, and they can't throw the ball. They're all run. So it's kind of scary because it's like you don't want to be the first team to play them on a night they don't fumble the ball 5 times because they move the ball. They've got their offensive line's bigger than us. They got a huge line, a couple good skill kids. So that's kind of the concern is like they're probably going to move the ball on us tomorrow night. They're going to get yardage. They're going to get up and down. We got to put a helmet on the football, get some turnovers. To do not let them eat the clock and control clock time. So it's a little concerning. It's especially we got a bunch of guys out and we got a bunch of people sick right now. It's like we have to take care on defense, get a couple turnovers, get a couple quick scores, get that lead, knowing they can't throw the ball, make them play from behind.
Now, weather-wise, might get some rain, but how's the field holding up this week?
Field looks pretty good. The junior high's playing on it right now. I didn't see anybody. I watched the first quarter before I left. They wasn't slipping around or anything. It was so dry. It just soaked it all up.
Right.
So it's actually in pretty good shape right now. I don't know what it'll be tomorrow, but we'll be all right.
Well, all righty, Coach. Brian, anything before we go? All right. Well, Coach, thanks for coming down. Good luck tomorrow's homecoming, right?
Yep, homecoming.
Yeah, that's always fun.
Yeah.
I'll take care of the victory.
Not for a coach, but for the kids.
Right. Well, buddy, thanks for coming down. It means a lot that you come down, talk on the show, and good luck tomorrow night and rock and roll to victory.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you having us.
All right, that was Coach T, as I call him, and we'll get Coach going up here after the break. You're watching and listening to the Pike County X's and O's Coaches Show, brought to you by the Valley Ford Showroom here in Waverly, Ohio on Hank FM 100.9, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
Todd Harris Realty is a proud sponsor of Pike County High School sports. With over 19 years of experience, Todd Harris is your go-to real estate expert in Waverly. As a broker and $1 million producer, Todd Harris will help you find your dream home. Visit Realtor.com to see Todd's listings and call him today at 740-947-7677. That's 740-947-7677. Support local and enjoy Pike County sports.
Hey man, it's Cleese here with Chillicothe Truck, and we want to take a moment to wish all the Pike County high school football teams good luck this football season. And hey, if you're looking for the biggest selection of recent model year quality pre-owned trucks with huge savings off retail prices and guaranteed approval for everyone, then you gotta come see us at Chillicothe Truck. 173 Rennick Avenue in Chillicothe, Ohio, or online at chillicothetruck.com. Go Tigers, go Red Streaks, and go Eagles.
Are you feeling the chill or battling the heat? Look no further than Austin Heating and Cooling, your one-stop solution for all your HVAC needs. Serving Beaver, Ohio and beyond, we offer complete residential and light commercial services, including HVAC installation, repairs, and maintenance. But that's not all. Partner with Village Construction and Septic, we provide comprehensive solutions from walk-in coolers to wood boilers, plumbing, and even camper services. With over 15 years of experience, you can trust us to keep you comfortable all year round. Call Corey Austin at 835-1365 or find us on Facebook. Austin Heating and Cooling, your comfort is our priority. Are you craving a pizza that's as big as your appetite? Try our $10.99 extra large New York style pizza. It's packed with your choice of one topping and made with our original fresh, never frozen dough. It's hand stretched thinner with 8 oversized foldable slices. This is one big deal for one big pizza. Available now for a limited time at Papa John's Pizza in Jackson and Waverly, Ohio. Don't wait, order now and get your slice of the action before this offer disappears.
Alrighty, back here live from the Valley Ford showroom, home of the Pike County X's and O's Coaches Show. And before we go on with head coach Tyler Goyden, again, congrats out to Billy Irie, 245 Western Avenue. You are the winner of the $50 gas giveaway gift card. And then also on the pizza, if you call in at 222-4744, area code 740, that's me. Who is the winningest coach in Waverly High School football history? Is it Chris Crabtree? Is it Ed Bolin? Is it C.D. Hallhey? So come with the answer. And a free pizza, courtesy of Papa John's. And we want to thank Papa John's for providing the pizza tonight. And we do have Coach G of the Piketon Red Streaks. And Coach, I wasn't there, but I listened and watched. And I just told Brian, you're a couple penalties and turnovers and a couple drop passes away from being 5-0.
Great minds think alike, T-Fred. That's what I told the boys tonight at practice. I was like, fellas, we're a couple plays away from being 5-0. Records were 3-2, and Union's 4-1. But I said, hey, we're right there. We put it all together, and it's going to be something special. But yeah, it was a tough, hard-fought game, which I knew it would be going up there. I mean, they're a good team. We're a good team. They'd have made a few more plays than us, and we didn't get a couple breaks, but we didn't help ourselves at times as well. But we did some good things, though. Defensively, again, I thought we were physical. We got after them. Offensively, you say you only scored 20 points, but we had almost 300 yards of offense. Mm-hmm. They're a good team. I mean, they're going to take some things away. They're very basic in what they do defensively, but they are very good at it. And they let their guys run, and on their offense, they kind of abandoned the passing game. The kid can throw it, and we worked on that, but they just said, hey, we're just going to run it. And at times we did well. A couple times we missed contain on the outside. The guys would run up inside, then bounce it out, and we weren't there. But, I mean, up in the teeth in the middle of the defense, I thought we did pretty well against them. Like I said, they came in at 1-3, but, again, they played 3 games without their quarterback.
Right.
Right. So it's a totally different game when he's in there. His running, his throwing. So, and we just didn't make enough plays here and there.
Well, now, I'm not going to harp on it, but I did not see the first touchdown. But I do recall doing the game.
No one did.
Yeah. Well, I do recall it was a 2016, 18, somewhere in there.
16.
16.
I was doing the game up on the roof, and you guys, correct me if I'm wrong, you went for 2 and got it. Even from where I was sitting, you got it. And then the far side referee comes in and says, that's a negative. He was down, and I about went ballistic. Was it a similar kind of a read? I heard it was the far side guy that kind of made the call.
No. Coach Berkheimer was the quarterback.
Yes.
That year, and last play of the game, we tied it up. Well, no, we were down 1. Last play of the game, we scored and put down 1, and I'm going for 2. I'm going for the win. And I hand the ball off, and he looks like he's in, but the guy in the same end zone, but the guy closest didn't call it, but the guy from our sidelines come running in and says he's down. I still think he was in to this day. I do regret though. It's not on. I do regret that I took it out of Berkheimer's hands, though. Gabe was the best player. He was the best kid on the field at that night. I should have kept it in his hands and said, hey, we're going to win or lose with you. And still to this day, now he's coaching with me. And I said, Gabe, do you remember when we called timeout and we were discussing things and I got you to the side? Because everyone was like, hey, what are we doing? What are we doing? And we had this play and that play. And I came up with a play, and then I pulled Gabe off to the side. I said, Gabe, what do you think? He said, okay, let's go with it. I said, okay, let's go with it. And Gabe says, man, I wish I'd have said, hey, run the counter with me or something. And I said, I wish 1,000 times over. I would just and win or lose is in the best player's hands. Anyway, so flash forward and 7-8 years later, whatever it was, and it was early in the game, but they actually the refs called it down. The two sides, but the guy in the end zone. And then they had a meeting for 2 minutes, and then came out and said, "Hey, touchdown."
Well,
and so it is what it is. But the clock keeper did not help us out. The field goal at the end of the half was huge.
Yes,
giving up. We shouldn't have. We shouldn't have given that up. It ended up costing us the game. But the clock keeper, and at home, you're going to get the benefit of the clock, and you should, but didn't help us out either. But, hey, that is what. We still had the ball. Our kids never quit. We got a big turnover toward the end.
Yes.
Stuck it in, stopped them. 3 and out, got the ball back with 3 minutes to go in the game with the chance to go win. And it wasn't meant to be. We kind of stalled out there, had some plays that didn't quite go our way. But, I didn't think we tackled as well. I mean, we missed more tackles. And give them credit. They're a good team. They had some good backs, but we missed a few many tackles than what we thought we should have.
I was surprised by the play of their secondary. I thought we were going to be evenly matched. I was giving us a little bit of an edge. I thought their secondary played extremely well, and it's not what I expected from them.
They broke on the ball. They just played kind of this soft zone, and you think, hey, we're going to hit here, we're going to hit here. And even when we did catch it, bam, they were right there. Catching it as soon as tackling us as soon as we was there. Or then a couple of times Luke was a little bit late over the middle, and he was open, but he was just a half second, and they were knocking it down or they intercepted it. So you're right. They and we saw that on film. You saw, man, a lot of area here we can attack, a lot of green grass, but they closed on it well, and they got some athletes back there. So. Yes, you're right about that. And on film, sometimes it's hard to see, but in person, it's like, man, they're a little quicker than I thought they were.
Yes.
And you're right. They're a very good ball club. Their record didn't indicate that. And looking at the league, Paint Valley 2-0, Uniota 2-0, Zane Trace 2-0, and Adina and you guys are 1-1. So you're right in the middle of the pack, right in the hunt to jump forward. Tomorrow night's game, man, that's big.
Oh, yeah, huge game. And we said, hey, if you can't get up for this game, you can't get up for any game. You got Uniota coming to your place. Home game, we know that how kind of the rivalry there with Uniota. So hey, it's a big game for us at home. We got to protect our home turf. We got to come out ready to go.
Well, speaking of which, from what I saw, I got to see Uniota against Waverly because it was a Saturday game. They are, to me, they pass better than they run. Not that they can't run, but I think their passing game is really their strength.
Oh, yes, most definitely. And they got speed. They got talent everywhere. And it's all based on speed. And they got some receivers who can go get it. And that's the thing. They got 3 or 4 of them that can go and get it. And the quarterback's just a sophomore, but he's done a nice job. He runs just enough to keep you honest, but they're going to chuck it around, and they like to throw it deep. So it's one of those things that's kind of hard to mimic in practice, especially with the speed they have. And so that's a big thing. You got to play. You got to make them go the distance. You cannot give up that big play. Make them try to score in 10, 12 play drives. Come up and make that tackle. Don't. And also, we got to get pressure on the kid too. That's anything. That's any passing game, and you got to get pressure without having to blitz so many guys and leaving your secondary in a tough situation. So we've got to get some pressure on the kid, and the passing game, yes, it does. And we haven't really, faced that type of passing attack this year. So it'll be a challenge for our secondary.
Well, now you're sitting at 15 in computer rankings, and I know you're not too worried about that right now, but as Brian mentioned, from here on out, it's kind of a playoff game for every game, and you got a couple big ones coming up, of course, tomorrow night and then next week. But it'd be really nice if you guys could pull one off and get some extra points, and nothing like beating the U, that's for sure. And you guys have done that. You've won like 8 times in the last. I saw a stat somewhere. You've beaten them a few times.
I don't know. It's been. No, not really, T. Fred. We beat them in 2021.
21.
But overall we have, but in the last 8-10 years they've got the better of us. The first 12 years I was here, maybe we were beating them pretty regularly.
Right.
I think they may have beat us once or twice in those first 10-12 years. They've had a pretty good run. Nice athletes here, and they've kind of got stable as far as coaching. There for a while they was having coaches year in and year out. So the last 10 years it's been more stable. So anyway, we've got to be ready to go. Like you said, it's a big game, but it's still we'll still have a lot of football left. But it's they're defensively, they're just running a 4-3, and again, they're just gonna kind of let their athletes run around. They're going to get in racehorse stances, and they're coming at you with the defensive line, and those linebackers feel for it. So we got to take what they give us again. I thought I got a little greedy last week as well too. Just take what the defense gives you.
Well, that's the only way to do it. But live and learn and bounce back. And of course, we wish you well tomorrow night. Brian, you got anything for Coach before we get the guests here?
Good to have Buddy back last week, and I'll just talk about that first, then I'll ask you the question.
No, yes, it was great to have Buddy back, and he. I know we lost, but he had fun again. But sitting on a sideline your senior year is not fun. Right. So he got cleared, and that was huge. It was just good to see him out there. Now, the one time he got sick and everything else, I mean, he wasn't – honestly, I didn't expect to give it to him 22 times. But he did. He never did break out long one. I kept – man, he was so close a couple times, but we just couldn't break out long one. But he's going to get his. It was great to have him back. The team was excited, and he's going to get more and more involved.
So will we see any more of Wyatt? Because I know Wyatt, they kind of subbed in and out a little bit. I didn't know if that was something we'd see from here on out or not.
I can't tell
okay,
you
well,
come on now. Well, no, honestly, going into the game, my plan A, Buddy's going to get 15 carries. Wyatt's probably going to get 8 to 10, and then Luke's probably going to get 8 to 10. That in my mind, that's how it played out. But it didn't. The game flow, Buddy actually looked a little better than I thought he would, so I just kept going with him. Hindsight, looking back, I wish I'd have put Wyatt in there some because Buddy got tired a couple times, and it's just a different pace, and I think we need to utilize that more. Of got Buddy just running everywhere, then put Wyatt in there, he's going to pound it up in there. Yeah. So that is something I have to do a better job. And honestly, I think Buddy came back, late Tuesday, Wednesday, so it was one of those things like we didn't really even know we was going to have him till Wednesday. So the game plan was already kind of set, and then Buddy just kind of filled it in there. So, but I've got to do a better job of that, and keeping both kids fresh and giving other teams a different pace.
Well, looks like we got a couple bruisers over there waiting to get talked to.
You want both of them at the same time?
Yeah, we might as
this
well.
This is Jeremy Williams. He's playing corner for us, doing a great job. And, of course, the great Harrison Alexander. We call him Harry.
Harry, that's a good one.
Playing offensive guard, just doing a great job for us.
Yep. All righty, guys. Thanks for coming down. And go ahead and introduce yourselves again.
I'm Jeremy Williams.
I'm Harrison Alexander.
All righty. Well, guys, thanks for coming down. Tough loss last week. Your thoughts about that game before we go to the next one?
Well, Zane Trace is a good team. I mean, 1-3 going in. We thought we could just pounce on them.
Right.
And we didn't get to, but we're hoping for a good week this week.
Practice, how'd it go this week?
Pretty good. I'll tell you what. We have a good game plan going in there, and I think it's going to be a really good game.
I hope so, because I'm going to be broadcasting, and I'd love to beat the U. Harry, right?
Yes, sir.
Harry, your thoughts on last week's tough loss?
Well, I thought, you always want to come out with the win, but, I think we were the most physical team, and I think, we're a few plays away from being 4-1 or 5-0.
Yes, sir.
I just think that we're there, but we're just not built together yet,
Well, you're at week number 6, and of course, I already mentioned, you're 15th in the playoff rankings. Top 16 go, so as long as you're staying in that category. That's a plus. You still got a shot to league, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow night's big. Your thoughts tomorrow night?
Well, we got a lot of young guys, and they've developed over the last 5 weeks, and I'm going to see a lot of great things out of them this year.
Well, I know you're playing corner, right?
Yeah.
You've done a great job. There's somebody that always asks about you, and I can't remember who it is right off the top of my head because they say, how'd Williams play? And I said, he's been solid. So you take a lot of pride in guarding your man and not letting him get the better of you.
Well, yeah, I mean, I come in with a mindset of I'm the best corner on the field. I'm going to lock up my guy, and I'm just going to hold him to nothing. And last week I held my guy to 1 catch for 11 yards.
Yes, I did see that. Well, you guys did a great job, and like Harrison already mentioned, you guys are a couple plays away here and there, and you could be 4-1, 5-0. You know, it is what it is. But your thoughts on the big game tomorrow night?
Well, I mean, ever since I can remember, my freshman year we lost, sophomore year we lost. You know, I'm tired of losing to these guys, and I think it's time we need to make a change.
Well, that sounds like a plan with me. And guys, anybody you want to shout out to?
Shout out Mason Thacker. He's had a great couple last 5 games, leading our team in yards, leading a lot of around the area on yards. Tell you what.
All right.
Shout out to Jacob Bryant for coming in, you know, filling in that right tackle spot.
Good stuff. Well, guys, we wish you luck tomorrow night. We appreciate you guys and Coach G coming down to talk to us on the show. Did you guys have a meal tonight?
Yes, sir.
What did you guys have?
We had Beast and Bottle.
Ooh, man. Well, I'll tell you, I've heard the Beast and Bottle. I've heard Cardo's, and more. I mean, that's some good eating right there.
Yes, sir.
Well, guys, thanks for coming. Good luck tomorrow night. Beat the Tanks.
Thank you.
All righty, guys. Be good. We're going to take one more break before we finish with the Pick'ems contest. You are watching and listening to the Pike County X's and O's Coaches Show. And by the way, it's on Total Media YouTube. We'll figure out it was on the other one, and now it's on Total Media YouTube, so we'll go from there. But we'll be back in a few minutes to wrap things up with our Pick'em show. So take it away, Sean.
We offer the latest in innovative technology. From state-of-the-art online and mobile banking technology to fast and easy online mortgage and loan application from the comfort of your home and with experienced local bankers to guide you along the way. We have the technology. We have the team. Call us today. We're an equal housing lender. Ohio Valley Bank. Community first. Member FDIC.
Looking for a rewarding career with a global leader? Kirchhoff Automotive, a family-owned company, offers you the chance to grow and succeed. At Kirchhoff, your development is our priority because a better you means a better us. Together we will work for one aim. We move future. Kirchhoff Automotive in Waverly is hiring now with starting wages from $18.83 to $20.33 an hour. Visit our career website today for more information. Kirchhoff Automotive, where your future drives ours.
Looking to furnish your home with the best brands and values? Come to Kohl's Furniture at 3581 Jasper Road in Piketon. We build a family tradition of great service and value offering top name brands. Need financing? No credit, bad credit? Don't sweat it. Visit Kohl'sFurnitureStore.com today. Plus enjoy free local delivery on purchases over $500. Open Monday through Saturday. Call us at 740-289-4404. Kohl's Furniture, where great service and great value are a family tradition.
Hello, this is Greg Wilkett, President and CEO of Floor BWXT Portsmouth. We want to wish all the schools good luck on a safe and successful season. Just like a sports team, we've been working together to safely and effectively decommission the former Portsmouth gaseous diffusion plant and leave behind an environmentally safe and sustainable future for our region. On behalf of all of the employees at Floor BWXT, I'd like to wish all of the teams in the four-county region a safe, fun, and winning season.
All righty, back here live from the Valerie Ford showroom. We have our special guest, prognosticator. Is that how you say it?
Yes, close enough.
Close enough. Devin Gregg, thanks for coming on, and he's gonna try to beat his boss tonight. His boss went 7-3 a couple weeks ago, so good luck with that. But Devin, kind of tell us what you do down here.
Yeah, I'm a sales and lease consultant down at Valerie Ford. We just match folks to their dream vehicle, get a great deal for them, get them on the road in it, try to make it as painless as possible, and we succeed just about all the time. So we'd love to see y'all come down and give us a chance.
And if you saw the truck that was here last week that we did the interviews in.
Right there, yeah. I saw that. That was hilarious. I liked it.
Hey, so if you're looking to drive that out of here, come down and see Devin. He'll fix you up.
Well, Brian tried to buy it last week, and Rhonda got him in trouble.
Yes.
He
Is that
got his tail yanked in a knot. So,
yeah, no Raptor for me.
No, not tonight. Well, here we go. Pick'ems this week on week number 6. I don't know who did what last week because Mike Davis had that, so blame Mike. I don't have any of that stuff. I'll start out. We're at Adena at Paint Valley. Since it's at Paint Valley, I'm taking the Bearcats.
Paint Valley.
All right, Devin.
same for me.
All right. You'll start Gallipolis at Coalgrove.
Oh, Coalgrove.
Devin.
Yeah, I think so too.
And I agree. Portsmouth at Chesapeake.
Right, Portsmouth.
Devin. All right, I'm going to go with Portsmouth.
Portsmouth for me.
All right, we're all even Steven right now. This will be a good, interesting matchup. Washington Courthouse at Chillicothe. I'm going to take Chillicothe looking for their first win. I think Courthouse has only won one time, too. Chile at home with the victory.
Courthouse.
I'll go Courthouse too. Break it up a little.
All righty. Westfall, this is interesting. Both 1 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
Brian, Westfall at Southeastern.
Westfall.
Devin.
Southeastern.
And, boy, that's a tough one. I'm going to jump on Devin's bandwagon. Go Southeastern. It's home. This will be a good one. Northwest at Valley.
Give me Valley. Played Piketon close. Good game.
Mm-hmm. Valley for D. Boy, that's going to be a tough call. I'm going to go with Valley because they're home.
Valley.
All righty. This one, both Athens 5-0, Warren 4-1. I know we don't see them too often, but that sounds like a great ball game. Mm-hmm. I'm going to take the home team, Athens.
Bulldogs.
Athens here as well.
All righty. Now we get to the pros. As bad as my Browns are, and I'm just going to say it, they're the worst team in football, even though they've won one game. I'm going to go with the Raiders over the Browns.
Yeah, I'll go Minshew and Crew as well. Give me the Raiders.
Raiders.
Okay. Now, the Bengals. They're at Carolina, and they're going to go against the old Red Rifle. Is that what they call him, Andy Dalton?
Yeah.
He had a great game last
week. He did.
I think Burrows and they're scoring points. I mean, I know they're not winning, but at least they have an offense. So I'm going to go Bengals victory.
Carolina, because it's going to be that Andy Dalton revenge game. He's going to come.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I'm going Carolina, too. The Bengals are my favorite team, but they absolutely stink this year. They're not the worst team in the NFL. The Browns aren't. The Bengals are.
Well,
ridiculous.
I'll say this. The Browns are shaky at quarterback. They got no running back because he's hurt. So they are limited. Now, given that being said, the Bengals pretty much have all their weapons. I mean, it's not like they're hurt.
Yeah, they're 0-3 with all their weapons.
Yes.
There's no excuse.
Right. That's what I told Nathan Childers. I said, listen, man. I said, the bad part about it is I've kind of got some excuses for the Browns, but the Bengals don't. They don't have that excuse.
Nope.
Ohio State and Michigan State, and I'm very upset with this because it's on Peacock, I believe. It's not on regular TV.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm upset.
I know that, yeah.
Who you got?
Buckeyes.
Devin?
You can come to the house, watch it with us.
Oh,
I'll
yeah?
grill your dog. I'll go Buckeyes.
All right, I'll take it. The Bucks are really good this year. I think they're going to run the table. I really do. I'm not trying to jinx them, but I think they're going to be just fine. Mm-hmm. Well, guys, Devin, thanks for picking, and hopefully you'll go better than 7-3. You'll have bragging rights. Good to be back in action tonight. And Brian, thanks for coming down and helping us out as always. Me and Brian tomorrow night. Let me get this said before we get off the air here. The Eastern game will be on 95.9 FM, 660 AM, WXIC. Now, if it's not on Total Media Sports, go to Total Media YouTube.
Yes.
So we'll check that. Waverly, we on Hank FM 100.9. And that same deal. And of course, we'll be on WXZQ 100.1 FM, and it'll either be your Total Media Sports or Total Media YouTube. So just check it out. We'll be there. Again, congrats to Billy Irie, the winner of the gas card. Come down to Valerie Ford showroom and pick up your $50 gift card. Nobody called in on the trivia, so we'll find another one next week and rock and roll. Guys, any last words? Devin?
None from me. Come see us down here at Valerie Ford, and thanks to my beautiful wife for keeping me company while I was watching you guys do your job.
All righty. Appreciate it.
Hey, wear rain gear to the games tomorrow night.
That's right. Stay dry, folks, and good luck. Good luck to the Eagles, the Red Streaks, and the Tigers. So long, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow night.